Welcome to the Lovely Important Nonsense Podcast. It's your boy Matt Spelling. And I gotta get some things off my chest. First off, I'm fresh, coming straight from the gym. All right, looking swollen and healthy and beautiful. And I must be looking healthy and beautiful and swollen and gorgeous. Because let me tell you something. Your boy was a victim of an SA assault. Yeah, that's right. SA assault. That was me. I am not feeling comfortable in my skin right now. And yo, this is, you know what, that tells you like the way that men and women actually, or maybe it's a trauma response. I don't fucking know. But like they'll tell you how men and women actually react to different responses. Because let me tell you the whole story. So I'm, you know, Papa Bear in the gym. I want you to have this image in your head, and I want you to make sure you make it a little dark. Make sure the light is on my left hand side. Shine the light here. Give me a nice little glisten on my body because I'm pumping weights in your memories at this moment. So I'm pumping fucking weights, right? Getting busy, right? Throwing up 65s, throwing up motherfucking 70s. I said not higher than 70s. Who the hell I think I am? I ain't Arnold, right? So I'm throwing up 70, pushing, doing triceps, extending, pumping blood into this fucking muscle like nobody's business. It's looking like the shoe of a horse. You understand me? I look like the knuckle of a fucking pig hoof, you know, not nasty, but like it was stepping in mud, but just juicy enough that it looks like, you know, a big piece of steak on your fucking plate. But I go into the sauna after this, okay? Because I like a little after I get all hot and sweaty and bothered, I like to jump in the sauna to keep that heat up, sweat out the excess toxins and all the rest of the things that I got going through my body. I even say a little prayer in the sauna. I don't know, it's probably personal, but whatever. It's my time to get right with me, myself, the Lord, whatever I want to do. And I say, hey, you know, I'm going to figure my life out. But when I do go into the sauna, I like to be a little naked. So I'll come in with a towel because you don't want to scare everybody around you when you swinging that thing, knocking things over and shit like that. So I got to contain the beast into a towel, right? So I contain the beast in the towel. I'm in the sun. I'm sweating. I'm like, thank you, Lord, for making sure I'm hung like a fucking horse around here. You understand me? I get in the shower after this because you know I'm sweaty, dripping sweat is nasty around here. I'm pretty much just I'm just I'm just flowing a whole bunch of cascading beauty, just going towards the shower room. I get in the shower, I wash myself off. I'm drying myself, and then guess what? There's a little crack in the shower door the blinds is because you know when you pull the shower what was that? What's that? The curtain. When you pull the shower curtain, it never fully closes. It always gives you that little gaping hole on the side, just so people can see your ass cheek. There's a gentleman outside the shower doing one of these. Now I can see him from my periph. I know he's like, I gotta see the lovely important in that podcast. I gotta know what is so beautiful. Why this man is so blessed. He's doing one of these outside the shop. So I opened the door. I said, yo, what the fuck is you doing? He was like, I'm walking past. I said, nah, no, but it did get a little bit more violent than this, but I am being a little bit more animated than the story really was. But he was like, oh, I'm just standing here. I don't know what you're talking about. You just standing here. It's the shower room. You shower and you walk out. And then I'm like, oh, okay. Why are you outside my motherfucking shower, right? So he's like, oh, ain't nobody out your motherfucking shower. So I mushed his ass. I knew you outside my shower. So you understand me. I'm a gorilla in a towel at this moment. Dripping sweat. But it's cascading beauty onto the floor. He has to see something, the most gorgeous looking gorilla he ever seen in his life. And I'm pissed. And I'm like, you trying to see my meat right now, yo? So after he was like, oh, it's not even that big. That deal. No, he didn't say that big. So he said it wasn't that big of a deal. So I said, yo, what you mean it's not big of a deal? Everything over here is a big deal. All right. So now you disrespecting me. No. Anyway, so he's talking yep yap. I'm upset. I end up mushing his ass and I'm pushing his ass to the fuck thing. He tried to get big dog on me, so you know how that had to happen. Cut bada boom bada bing, right? You know, everybody eats a biscuit, you know, and then uh people come in. Well, the people that work at the gym says, "Oh, we can't do that. You can't be fighting in here. If you do, you're going to I just want you guys to know also I wasn't naked anymore by the time he caught these two biscuits. I did go into the locker room. I did take it a little bit far. You know how you walk away and you still you know me, fuck you guys. I did go and make sure I put the underwears on because who I think I am about to give somebody two pieces and a biscuit, maybe wrestle him down, and I got my meat in his face. And the whole reason why we're in this situation is that he wanted to see my meat in the first place. I'm not gonna give him what he wants, so I did put underwears on. I do have some Tony the Tigers on. I ain't gonna hold you. Think I'm lying. I really will show him, but I got think I'm gonna show you. Yeah, I got some Tony the Tigers on real quick, right? And so I beat his ass with some Frosted Flakes, boy. And but they said that they was gonna ban me from the gym if I take it too far. If I went further than that. But I guess they didn't see me give him the two biscuits because he's like, oh, if we start fighting. Because when he walked in, he was like, oh, if you guys are fighting, I got to ban you. But he already didn't know. I already gave him two biscuits already. So that says I'm not going to the gym around that time anymore. I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna work out at home. Also, why y'all being weird? Like, why? Who? Why you just gonna be on like looking between a shot? Like, you know, now that I was telling the story, it's just starting to bother me a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's starting to bother me all over again. I'm trying not to like. What's wrong with y'all? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what is wrong with y'all? But cops didn't get called, so I think if the cops would have got called, I'd have been later for this fucking podcast. I know that much. I would have been canceling this damn thing. I think I literally didn't. I think I didn't really want it to go further than it went because I was trying to be here with you. And you see what I do for you guys? I survive attacks for you guys. So I could tell you guys to stop being fucking lazy, you pieces of shit. Yo, oh my gosh, yo. What a fucking life that I live sometimes. I'd sit back and I just go like, there's no way this could be real life. Like I can't fathom some of the things I've been through, you know? I did tell people, I did tell someone this, and I heard this quote from Dave Chappelle, and I was like, and I do talk about certain points and events in my life, but I do like to say there's only probably one person that really knows my story, which would be my wife, and I would never speak about the real tragedies of my life because it will break your heart. It'll break your heart if I let you know what really ever happened to me. The real things that has made me into the person that I am today. You know, the things that made me a fighter and made me want to win so badly. If I really told you my story, it will break your heart. But it's always good to laugh at the past. You know, see the good things that has happened and learn from the bad things that happened because those are what make us better people, better versions of ourselves, you know. And you know me, my philosophy is always one day better, 1% better every day. That's always gonna be my philosophy. And there have been times I felt like I even fell short from that, you know. Yeah, yeah. So I try not to dwell into like all the bad things that has happened or during the time of my life. I just kind of go. I use them as motivational tools to like continue keep moving on, continue breathing, knowing that I'm further from where that was than I am than I was then. During that time I was kind of a mess, or I don't know. Learn from the situation. What made me into that person? Because when I do think back on my life and I actually like see all the tragedy and horrors and stuff like that I had to like face and things, it makes me think how easily our mind is able to like adapt and change. You know, I became different people during those times. You know, I was like a whole different version of myself. Each tragedy turned me into another version of myself that I would never even knew existed. Yeah. So, but it's not until and then you start to, and I don't know who I'm talking to when I say this. Like a tragedy does change you. It does make you believe that you need that who you were or who you are does not work anymore. So you will change, and you will create different versions of yourself that you will have that will start to feel like a mask. You're that you always need to put on here, there, and there. Oh, I have a diff. This is my version of me as a business person. This is my version of me when I'm around my family. This is my version of me. After a while, when you take off all the masks, you're not sure of the person you're looking at anymore. That's the most complicated part about being someone who's able to adapt to a lot of situations. People who are able to adapt a lot, the negative form is that they probably need the most therapy too, because adaptation it's hard. It's hard work to adapt. You know, and for it to come easy to a person, that means there has to be something seriously happen to them that they're so comfortable morphing into a different thing. You know, so adaptation sucks. But one day you have to like sit down, take off all the masks, and say, all right, I want to be this person for a little bit. You know, I'm not saying, hey, one of those masks could have made you $1 million. I am never telling you to stop making $1 million. I will be a hypocrite. Okay, I'll be the first person to pick up your mask and be like, we're gonna put that on real quick. For $1 million, let me get a quick little meal. Even though I probably would take it off instantly because I think I would make it myself. But so you do have to spend time with yourself. Get to know yourself. I remember all those hippy dippy shit that people used to say when I was younger. Love yourself, man. Be in tune with yourself, man. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of them went off the deep end because they was too in tune with themselves. They was trying to find, I don't know what they was trying to find, but they ended up becoming crackheads or whatever. But knowing who you are will also help you build boundaries, help you build communication. It will help you build security. It will help you build a foundation. It'll help you build so much just understanding who you are, right? Because if I know that I'm a jokester, right, in certain events, I know how to handle and communicate in those events to make sure that I'm taken seriously, or I'm taking, that my words come across in a way, or eloquently in a way that I want it to sound. I don't want it to sound like foolish, or if I know I'm a serious person when I'm really intense, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I want to look for, but I'm still a nice guy at heart, maybe I want to figure out where that goes, just maybe somebody needs to hear a powerful motivation, or maybe I could take this into the boardroom and talk to my team for a certain way. And like you got to be able to know who you are, because once you know who you are, you'll be able to take your skill sets that you have and be able to put it in the place that it works. And all the whole confusion of not knowing who I am and where I'm going to be in life goes away a lot easier. At least that's how I found out. That's what how it worked for your boy and for most of the people I've talked to. And don't get me wrong, there's always some people that find a different way. I'm not saying every way is for everybody, but I am also saying you do need to like get to know yourself a little bit. I don't like the gentleman at the gym. Like I honestly can't be super mad at him. I'm hung like a goddamn great ape, Like it's like a it's like an arm in my pants, and of course he wants to see what was given to me. God sent it. I just signed for it, and the world just kept on spinning after that. But he doesn't have to keep talking to me or trying to sneak a peek at it. I felt weird. I felt disrespected. I felt violated. He had to get smacked up. He had to get 2 pieces with a biscuit. That's it. And I have people that be like, yo, how do you'll go and hit somebody and be calm for the rest of the day? I'm like, what's the problem is that I've ran into these situations growing up so many times that maybe that's it. Maybe that's why I didn't go so crazy on them. I ran into these situations, these situations with people so many times with somebody doing something weird, and I have to, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like just by me giving these techniques that it helped jog their memory that they're stupid, and that they need to calm the fuck down. But also maybe I'm just, I'm too optimistic and thinking that they'll learn their lesson. That's the Batman situation, right? You know what I'm saying? You think bringing them to justice is gonna fix them. But I think I need to think more Killmonger type. You know what I'm saying? I need to get out of DC and go Marvel up in this bitch and go straight Killmonger up in this bitch and start hitting. And we too close to fucking February for this polar bear as a gentleman, this guy to be looking at something that is not that he better go subscribe to on some goddamn page to go see. All right, that's who this gentleman. This is probably gonna bother me all day. Now that I'm like it's been like an hour or so since it has happened. All right, I think I'm gonna go sit in the bathroom, like in a bathtub, and just let the shower hit me. And play Dawson's Creek in the background. Dawson's Creek was your favorite show, Joe? You should be ashamed of yourself. Yo, this guy. Yo, Joe. Let me tell you guys. Joe, my producer here, he loves Dawson Creek and Dirty Dancing, and it is the craziest thing to me. Is that I did as a child. I only listened to I only watched Dawson Creek up to the to the show started. Was that and I switched the goddamn channel. He go do 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 do. So that's a da, da, do, do, do. As soon as the show came on with the credits, and I cut it off. I go, all right, yo. It wasn't ahead of nothing. It was garbage. He said it was ahead of his time. It was not. It was trash. Dawson Creek is trash, yo. I'm not fucking with you. I'm not fucking with it.
It's like Dirty Dancing. Both horrible names.
Dirty Dancing is I still feel too close to pedophilia to me. He's too old. Too old to be messing with that. Yo, hey, and the parents was like, oh, okay. Well, he sure the hell wanted to be. He sure wanted to be that old, though. But hey, yo, Who am I? I just heard that I've been talking about this at least for the last 2 weeks, but MC Light has a song called Too Young for What? And y'all can't tell me shit after that song. Do you understand me? Pretty much pedophilia. Anyway, go look it up. That's your homework. Go look up MC Light, Too Young for What? I'm not saying she was a bad MC. I'm just saying she borderline rapist. Guys was groomed in Hollywood. Anyway, hope you guys were having a good time. There was a lot of things that we're always gonna be covering and we're gonna be going forward about. I am closing on this house now, so it's as amazing and it's tiring, and then we're gonna be doing a business together, and we're gonna be trying to do a lot more financial freedom to me to always talking shit. Always also, if you take anything away from today's conversation, make sure the shower is always closed, because these niggas out here is weird, bro. Weird. I believe you guys could always just subscribe to some freaking page online or something like that. I think VR is getting a little close to like real life stuff. Don't ever look at me in the shower unless you're gonna be paying me some money. Now, let me say something, and without sounding like a whore, okay? Am I flattered that somebody wanted to see the God in the flesh? Yeah, I'm flattered. You know what I'm saying? That's because if he would have paid me probably $100, would I left that damn thing cracked a little bit? Maybe. But you gotta pay to play. You feel me? Just joking. I'm just joking. Anyway, guys, how long was that? This was a Lovely Point Nonsense podcast. We out.